It's a bit awkward this side because obviously the bike's on its side stand leaning towards me. I'm going to have to try and sort something out with some bobbins so I can get this on a paddock stand. Right, I'm going to spray a bit of GT85 on the back of the bolt if we get it moving. Whew. And you also, when you're down here like this, you don't pull it off its side stand. I've been close to doing that before. We're going the opposite way, so we should be good. Come on. That is ridiculous. Oh, good. Wow. I would put heat on it normally, but yeah, it's too close to everything. We'll end up damaging coatings on the bottom of the engine and everything. So I can't. No. I think a few more wax with the impact driver. Right, I have a plan. I don't know if it's going to work. So I'll give it a few more wax with the impact driver. And I'm using the end of the impact driver for something with a bit more leverage. Or is it leverage? Oh, I like that sound. Yes. Beautiful. That's it. It's not worse than Allen bolts when they're really, really tight, because rounding them off is a proper issue. So I might be looking for some normal bolts for there. But to be honest, now it's in my ownership. I will do this once in a while. Take the pipe off, get it all clean. Bit of copper slip-on stuff, and yeah, makes life a bit easier. Right, next. Right, we're now at the worst part, the dreaded part on the headers. So these are again an Allen fixing. I've got one out, and they're terrible. They're not looking good. I'll show you. Yeah, but it's out. 3 more to go. Now then, I just hope it goes well. I'm clearing the hole out first with a little pokey thing, just to basically get any debris out of there, because this one was full, so we can get that in as deep as possible. Because if we're not all the way in, then we've got more chance of just rounding these off. I think I will be looking something different to these to put back in. I'll see what I've got. If not, I'll pop these back in loosely and swap them out, order something and swap them out. Because, yeah, they're really not nice. There's one tool I really don't want to be using today, and that's a drill. No. Really don't want to be using a drill today. Yeah, I got lots of debris in. Oh, I'm going to get the airline actually and blow that out as well. Right. Come on. Have you ever undone these before and you think, oh, it's going, and you're actually shearing it off? That is the worst feeling in the world, I reckon. Let's turn them bars a little bit so we can get in. Excuse the back of my head for a minute. Why doesn't that feel like it? Oh, there we go. I'm gonna have to get the stumpy. Struggling to get in with the front wheel. Right. This is feeling horrible. So I'm also doing it back up again, like, and undoing it just to get it rocking. Oh, I'm not enjoying this bit at all. Oh, that's terrible. Let's just give it that another thumping, actually. Sometimes that impact can help it. Ooh. Let's do up again. Well, that's feeling. It's either feeling better or we've sheared it. One of the two. Oh, no, that feels like it's still undoing. Oh, that was horrible. I've got another two to go now. Come on, keep going. Please, let's see a full bolt when that comes out of there, please. Excuse the back of my head. Oh, come on. Yes! See the corrosion? I don't know if you can see that with the rubbish GoPro. So you got this great big divot missing around it. Nearly the entire sort of circumference of the bolt. So that's just rust that's completely ate that away. And the thing is, what happens there, rust is extremely powerful. It expands and completely locks up in the exhaust clamp. So that's what was happening there. Right, that's one. That's good. Two more. Right, we've got a couple of issues the other side. I thought it was sort of going too well, and the other fixing on the other side has basically, inside of it's turned to rust dust. Yeah, and nothing will grip. I've tried doing a Torx, because sometimes that works. You get oversized and sort of tap them in and it'll get a good enough grip to get them out. That's not working because it's just completely crumbling away. So I'll go have a bit of a think about that, because I'd like it out in one piece. These are definitely getting replaced for some normal stainless bolts. These are rubbish. So yeah, I could hear, as in the shoulder of the bolt where it passes through the exhaust clamp, that's where a lot of the rusting's going on and the expansion of the rust proper locking itself into them. I could start to hear that sort of crack, which is a good thing. I'm going to first try gripping the outside with some mole grips. Don't hold much hope for that, but I might as well try it. We're sort of getting to the point where I've got nothing to lose. All we want to do is keep going at it and hope the actual bolt part of it doesn't snap. Anyway, I'm going to try a few things, see how we get on. Do you know when I said the last tool I wanted to be using today was the drill? Yeah. Look on the bright side of it. If I'd left this sort of job any longer, I could have been doing this to all 4 of them. There's one more still in there. Now whether that's going to come out and snap, I do not know. Let me pick that one up a minute. I don't know if you can see this because the GoPro zoom is really rubbish. So what normally happens, you see, right where the bolt sits in the flange of the exhaust, I don't know if you can see that big dip in it, that starts rotting out, which literally starts creating its own breaking point. Yeah. So if you have got bikes that you always plan on keeping long term, it really is wise to go over some of these jobs and get new fixings, stainless fixings. I know some people have got the argument of like dissimilar materials going against each other and all that, but this ain't no fun when you start having these bolts that have wasted away snapping, creating its own weak point over time. So yeah, there's one more in there. I'm going to see what that does. And I really did go easy, like undoing, tightening it up, undoing, tightening it up. It's very difficult to feel if it's actually undoing or you're shearing it. Very difficult to feel it. But anyway, we've sheared that one. Let's see how the other one goes and see if we can shear that off as well. Why not? While we're out shearing things off, let's do the other one as well. Oh well, all right. I'm going to have a cup of tea, settle myself down a little bit, and then have a go at the other one. At least if the other one breaks, I can get the exhaust pipe out the way. The next line of things to try after that is normally, with the stump that you've got left sticking out the engine, is obviously safeguard everything, like shoving stuff up the outlets of the engine and all. I can't get my words out now. Blah, 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 blah. Basically blocking all the engine up, disconnecting the battery and welding nuts to them. And sometimes then the heat transfer down the nut from the welding helps release them. After that, you're drilling. So let's see how the rest of this job goes. Okay, just had a go at the number one. It hasn't snapped, but it's rounded off. So I'm at that stage where I've got to break the welder out. I've got no choice. So I've got the seat off, but I've just discovered something else. Nothing, well, don't think it's nothing bad. And we've still got a full toolbox, look. How about that? Anyway, what is this? It's a switch that lights up. What is that? Anybody know? It's the ejector seat. I wished it was the exhaust ejector. I don't know. It's obviously something that's been put on the bike. It's got an inline fuse there. That goes to there. That's the earth. So where's that going to? I'm going to have to investigate that. If it's not needed, it's coming off. No idea. Anyway, disconnect the battery. Bit of welding. Okay, I'm going to have to make a sacrifice, a tool sacrifice. They're any cheap ones. So, I've gone up several sizes to try and get it into the Allen bolt, but obviously they all keep shearing. It's now all loose. The header's loose. Obviously the other side's gone and snapped. I either want this side to come out or snapped so I can get the exhaust pipe out of my way. What do you think, Blue? It's all right for you. It is. It's all right for you. Hey? So yeah, I'm going to sacrifice this because this is huge, way too big. So I'm going to grind a bit of a lead on there to get it in. Let me show you one that's out. Yeah, grind a bit of a lead on there so we can sort of whale it into it and see if we can get it on the go. I'll say I could either do with it snapping off out the way or coming out. One of the two will do. I just want to get the exhaust pipe out of the way now. What are you looking at? Hey, what are you looking at? Good lad. Right, here we go. Right, battery disconnected. I've got a bit of weld on that. I've sacrificed one of them tools. So basically, I've drifted that into the rusty old hole. A very round hole with no grip in there at all. And I've got a blubber weld on there. Decent blubber weld. No doubt, when you get into this stage, the job is absolutely disgusting. It really is vile, but we have no choice. The hardship now will feel a lot better when it's done. Like I say, if I'd just got this bike and ridden it, that could have turned into all four getting to this stage that I'm at now. This is old bikes. This happens. You can't spot these things when you go and buy a bike. Really, it's no fault of the people that have sold it to you. They don't know that your headers have gone totally rusty and seized up. You know, it could happen to bikes a lot newer than this. It's the way it is, especially Yamahas. Do you know what? Motocross bikes is such a beautiful thing. That little thing where the headers are just held on with springs. That's such a lovely idea. It really is, because you never have any trouble. Anyway, I've welded it on. I've basically let the heat soak. You probably won't see, but yeah, it's welded on. I've just given it a bit for the heat to soak all the way down the bolt, with a hope that also helps us release that one. Then we can get the exhaust pipe out the way and then work on the one that's snapped. Fingers crossed this starts turning. It turned a little bit. It's either turning or this one's shearing off as well, which at this stage I haven't got a problem with. Actually, I can get the pipe out of the way. Ooh, I don't know. That actually feels like it's coming undone. Oh, now then, because my big lump of weld is absolutely awful, it was there just to hold it, I've just got to get the air tool in there and take that off a little bit, because if I undo it any further, that lump of weld's going to hit the frame and we're not going to get it out. I'll dress that back, and I think we've won a winner with that one. I've just shaved it back a little bit. That should come past the frame now. Hopefully. It's coming undone! Woohoo! So we've only got one to deal with that's actually snapped. I suppose I can't complain at that. That is out! Woo! Yes! Look how the weld goes. Basically where it sits through the exhaust clamp. Wow. Yeah, like I say, that basically corrodes away, locks themselves in, and and then creates the weak point for them to snap. I did put the little vernier gauge on this actually. Where's the one that's snapped? So you see the clean bit. That bit was actually like just under 6 mil. So it, hey up, what do you want? Hello Frenchie, you want a back rub mate? Where you been? You feel a bit wet. Is Blue been licking you again? Hey, has he? You ran away from him. There we go, little podge. Yeah, so that would sort of reduce itself from 8 mil down to under 6. Yeah, all that force, it's going to snap. Right then, now I can get the exhaust pipe out of the way and deal with the stud that we've got snapped in there. First, I will try getting an M8 nut, sort of drifting that over the bit of stud that we've got left, welding that on first, getting a socket on that. Hopefully with welding the nut and the heat transfer down the stud, we'll get it out. If not, normally they just keep snapping till they're flush with the head and then you have to drill them. Let's see how it goes. There we go then, that's off. So what we got next on that is the old sensor. So the shroud for that sensor. Oh, as you can see, all the fixings of that are really, really nasty. At least with it up here, I can deal with all that, no problem at all. Don't even care if they snap off. I can work on that with ease with it on the bike. Don't even have to disturb that really. Although I might take it out to get all this polished. And also, we have another little repair on this. Oh, let me just get that up there, bear with me. So the join, we have that join in the middle, like so. That's not looking too well. So I'm going to have to do a bit of a repair there. That's no big deal. It's metal work. I can sort that out, no problem at all. So what I'll do there is just, unless someone's done a bodge, hold on a minute. Let me see if I can pull that back. Is that just snapped off? Is someone got like a little joining sleeve over that? Hold on, I've got to put you down a minute. Bear with me, terrible camera work, it's me. Is that just the sleeve or is that part of the exhaust? Either or, it don't matter, I'll soon fix it. I think it's part of the exhaust. Yeah, so I'll have to find a bit of tube or make something on the lathe to put that right again. No big deal, I can handle that, no trouble. Let's get cracking. So we'll block the outlet up. Bit of soggy tissue paper up there. Do that because I'm obviously welding near it, and any little bits of spatter that find their way onto this, it will sort of put them out instantly. Yeah, that's what we'll block it up with. I know it's probably a silly idea, but it works. So let's get down there and show you what we've got to mess about. Where's my little torch? Where's my torch gone? I don't know. I'm in a bit of a mess again. Where have I put that? Can you see my torch, anyone? It's somewhere in here. I've literally just had it. Ah, there it is. We'll use that one. So, let's just block the hole up with maybe a bit of soggy tissue paper. Like so. And then we've got that horrible That's really bad, isn't it? One day I'll have a proper camera to film with instead of these useless GoPros. Anyway, that little stump there that you can't see very well because the GoPros are rubbish is what we've got to deal with. So I'm going to get a little tiny wire brush around that so we can see properly, and hopefully the trick of welding a nut on the end may get us out of trouble. Right, there we go. We've got a bit of an half nut tapped onto there. Pull a bit of weld in the middle of that and see how we go. Okay, we've got a nut welded on. So what I'm doing now, I've done a good pull of weld in the centre of that nut onto the horrible rusty stud. Basically got it glowing. Like I say, we're a good pull of weld. What I'm going to do now, I know it'd be very tempting to just have at it while it's red hot. Now, from past experiences of doing this over many years, if you try and do that while it's red hot, it will shear off again instantly. So what the best thing to do is actually let it go cold, and don't be tempted to quench it or anything like that by throwing water at it. Just let it go cold naturally. And what can sometimes happen with the heat going down that stud, obviously stuff expands with the heat, and when it gets cold it'll shrink a little bit. Sometimes that can break the seal down the thread, or if it's had thread lock on there, it can sometimes break that off as it's gone cold, and if you're lucky it'll come out. So what I'm going to do now is have a cup of tea while that cools off, and we'll see if we're lucky and that stud comes out. Good health, everybody. In me grandad mug. I'm going to be granddad again in June. Whew. That's going to be an expensive Christmas. Anyway, it'll be gone cold by now, but I'm putting it off. I'm having that nice little moment where at the minute I haven't got a snap stud again. Because the more it snaps, the harder the job gets, and we're getting closer to having to drill it. I said earlier, the last tool I want to be using today is a drill. I've probably just give it the kiss of death, haven't I? Oh no, let's be optimistic. It's going to come out, and then we'll be all good. We'll get the pipes clean, we'll find some new fixings out, do that little repair where the link pipe is, and it'll be all back on nice and shiny and clean, and I'll be able to look after it properly from then on. I don't know, we'll get at it in a minute. Right, here we go. Keep an eye on the face, that will tell you if it's going well or not. Where's it gone? There. Oh, that's tight. Of course it is. Oh, I've got movement. Is that shearing again, or is that undoing? I don't want to say. Oh, oh, oh. No, that's a good noise. It means the thread's breaking free. Free, come on. Be free. Oh, that's going to be easy. Is that good or bad? It feels like a good easy, not a nasty easy. Da 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 da. Do 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 do. Yes, come on. Please, is it coming out, or is? Oh, don't say it's just rounded off. That would be even worse if it's tearing the threads out. That would actually be even worse. Come on, what are you doing? Oh, yes. Yes, 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 yes. I should frame that. Oh, you little blue tea. My little horrible nipple of wild luck. Yes. It's sorted. You are having stainless bolts in there. None of that horrible, nasty stuff. Whatever they are, they are absolutely awful. I suppose standard Yamaha. I don't know. I've never had one of these, so I couldn't tell you. Anyway, happy chap. Okay, next. Them. So that is just the shroud that goes around the sensor. They need to come out to replace them with something better. Now let's see how these come out. To be honest, I'm really not bothered how these come out, because it's all off. I've got it on the bench. It can do what it wants because I will solve it. Get that past the rust. Right, where's the ratchet? No, that's just completely crumbled. Yeah, the inside is just completely crumbling away. Oh, I've just tried grabbing them with the grips. No, it's not happening. That's that weak. The mole grips are just crushing it actually. Let's just have a go at the small one. No, it's just crumbling away. I'll say it's that corroded. As soon as you turn it, it's just basically turning to dust. Right then, plan B. I think I'll just weld some bolts to them. Again, we should get enough heat transferred down and they'll break loose. Okay, what I'm going to do now is just get some clean material to go to. Over there, not quite. I'll just drill that out actually, because I want it to go over it. Right, we've got one welded on. It's that big one now. Oh no, don't like that. Come on, behave. It's all the rust on it. There we are. There we are. Right, we'll let the heat go through there and hopefully we'll break them free. Right, let's have a go at the small one first. Nope, snap straight off. I hardly touched that. Right, let's have a go at the big one. Go. See if we can snap this one off. Like I say, I don't mind what this does because I can get at everything. Oh, that's tight. Let's get rid of that a minute. No, there it goes. Off you snap. That broke. With half the head still on. Right, I'll grind it back. I'll grind that back. and get it off that way, and then whatever we got left in there, we'll drill them out. Right, I'm going to drill that out. I've left a bit of a stump there actually. Well, I'm going to carry on doing that, and then it might break the bolt out, or we'll just have to tap them again, which ain't no big deal. Right, I've got one drilled out. This one is being a pain, so I'm going to have to go up the drill sizes. It is rock hard. Probably all the heat cycles of the exhaust, blah 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 blah. It just seems to have sent that one hard as glass. So where's the drill? Right in front of me. It's getting to that time of day. But yeah, I'm just going to go up a few drill sizes till it comes out. I've got the tree hugging sensor out of the way. Let's see how we go. Ah, that's going all right. See all the rust that's come out of that? Let's give you a closer look. You probably can't see it. But part of the reason for that is these little stumps are not welded all the way round. So water is getting in the back and sort of gathering within that, and obviously rusting the bolts in solid. That's why they're going rusty, more than anything. Right, next size up. No, it don't like that. That drill's not very good. Let's try that one. Killing drills here. There we go. Yeah. Look at that, all the rust that's coming out of that hole. All's going good. Sorted. Give them a blast out with the airline, wherever I've put that. I don't know. I need to clean up. I'm getting in a mess. I have stuff everywhere. Yeah, I'm going to blow that. Oh, there's the airline. Blast all the muck out of them, and then have a tidy up before I do anything else. Getting a bit out of hand. Okay then, I've just been having a bit of a mess about with different processes of cleaning the exhaust pipes. Because they are quite bad, I need to get back to sort of raw material to be able to then keep on top of them every time I clean the bike. So on some of the motocross bikes and stuff, I'd do this, and then you can simply keep them clean with a Scotch-Brite pad. You know, every time you wash your bike or you've been out on it, you're washing and polishing it, go over the exhaust pipes quickly, like scrubbing around with a Scotch-Brite pad. But because these are so bad, I've tried different things. I have gone over with this Savage thing, a cut brush, although that's a little bit beat up, but that's not really cleaning them up that well. It's getting the thick of it off, but it's not getting it down to sort of the raw material where I want to get it down to be able to just give them a little slight buffing on the polishing mop to put a sheen to them, then I can keep on top of it. I've also, what seems to be working the best is the good old belt sander. Now it's a fine grade on here. So this has been done with that Savage cut brush, and I've tried glancing over that with a polishing mop. As you can see, it's remaining sort of black, so it's not digging into it enough. And here's a little patch that I've done with the belt sander. So what I'm going to do, for what it's going to take, is go over the whole pipe with that, digging it all back. Obviously I'm not taking loads of material off, I'm just taking all that surface muck off, and then run it round on the mop over there, and then I'll be able to keep on top of it after that. I certainly won't let it get that bad. So yeah, it's going to take a little bit of doing, but it'll be worth it. At least it'll look presentable. And then I have got that link pipe which sits under the bike where the two exhausts join. I've got a bit of a repair to do on there because that is not very healthy, as you can see. But that is a really easy fix. Basically, I will cut that off, weld another piece of tube on there and slot it. So when a new clamp goes on, it will, shoulder, it will close it up. Ooh, yeah, bear with me. Where's the clamp? So the clamp, I'll get Michelor clamps because that's not very good. And I'll also get new clamps for this part of the exhaust. This bit of the exhaust will be very easy to clean. That it'll be just a quick glance over that with a polishing mop. Like I say, I am not after a chrome finish, I want a scrubbed finish. It just makes it easier for me to keep on top of the bike every time I clean it with Scotch-Brite pads. I've also got to get, these are Michelor clamps by the way, on that side of the pipe. I'm going to replace all these as well, because that one, the one I've took off, where is it? Can't see it now. Oh yeah, that is cracked. You probably won't see it, but it's cracked nearly all the way through. So I'll get 2 new ones of them. So 3 clamps in total, and we'll be all good. Like I say, for sake of a bit of time, I enjoyed doing this. It will be tip top. And over time, I will go through everything on this bike until it is, yeah, in loads better condition. Like I say, it's not bad. It's not bad at all when you look at it. It just needs a little bit of fine tuning. Like one day, I might choose to have that swing arm out, re-grease all the bushes and bearings and so on. But what I'll do before I do that, I'll probably line Alex up where he can do me a really quick turnaround, where I'll drop it to him in the morning, get it back by the end of the day. You know, I won't do that till I can set that up with him and re-powder the swing arm, because it's suffering in a couple of little places, but it's not bad, it ain't, but it'd be nice to get it all tip top. So yeah, I'm going to sit, probably not too much longer now, it's getting late, and clean all them downpipes up. It's getting there. At least now we've sort of got the blank canvas, all the bolts are out, everything's good. I haven't had to drill into the engine, which is absolutely fantastic, because I never like doing that, although sometimes I've had to do it. This one, they eventually gave up and came out. So we've got good threads to put all new bolts back in there. When I've cleaned all this exhaust pipe, put it all back on. New clamps, that repair on the joining pipe. And we'll have a completely fresh exhaust system then. And it should be good for many years to come. Anyway, I'm going to get cleaning. Right, I've been on it a fair chunk of time now. I think I'm about done for the day. But we've certainly got an improvement. Can you tell which one I've done? There we go. Like I say, I am not after a sort of chrome mirrored finish. I really ain't. I'm just after something I can now keep on top of when I clean the bike. So every time I clean it, can't talk properly, it's late. A quick rub round there with Scotch-Brite will keep it bright. So I think I'll just crack on tomorrow for a little while. I'd like to just get all this exhaust finished so it's ready to put back on. But the worst of it is done. It's been a long day. I think I started at 9 o'clock this morning. It's now 8 o'clock at night. So yeah, there's a fair chunk of work gone into trying to sort just the exhaust pipe out. Although we did do the front end, we got all that nice and clean under there. So next stint on this, I'll get that pipe clean. I'll probably just crack on with that. And then these bits are going to be really easy to do. They are probably a bit of glance over with some Scotch-Brite will do that. No problem at all. The cans are okay. I'll just get them marks off. That's just like grease or something. But the hanging brackets will go back on in exactly the same place. So if it has marked it a little bit, you won't see it. But the cans will be a lot easy to clean. Obviously, over the years where the bike has been cleaned, they're easy to get to, so they've been cleaned. But these have obviously been neglected, as you can see. But we're getting there, looking a lot better. Bit of a repair on the joiner, which ain't no big trouble. That'll be easy to do, and then back on they'll go. Right, that'll do. Next little stint on this bike, whether I'll chip away a bit in the evenings or whatever, we'll keep pressing on and it'll just get better and better. It'll get to a state where I'll be happy with it. I'm happy with it now, but you know, just them fine little details, and I'll be 100% happy with it. And I can't wait. Like I say, I haven't even read it yet. I can't wait. I'm just giving the shoulder as much time as possible. I know I'm pushing it a little bit with work, but that's got to be done. Anyway, that'll do. I'm shattered. I'm going to quickly clean up, drag everything in, and finish for the day. Cheers for watching, guys. Take care.